Hey y'all, it's Jasmine J here with CCGO, and we're here at the Collaboration Over Competition brunch. I'm real big about the youth, right? So there's some young girls that they want to get into events, but they just don't know where to start. What would your advice be to them?
My advice would be take everything for a grain of salt and take it one day at a time put your mind to it. Once you put your mind to it, there's nothing that can stop you but you.
For sure.
So if you want to be in the room, give yourself the grace and take the time that you need to fully learn, educate, and plan everything that you want your business to be about and represent, and you can do it. Go for it, girl.
What brought you to this event?
Well, I've always wanted to invest in my business. Learning is like a continuous thing, staying with the trends and whatnot. I follow a few of the ladies, Big Always Balloons, and they had the giveaway. And I was just like, okay, well, I've never put my name in a giveaway. I've never won anything. And so they were like, okay. I was like, okay, well, there's a giveaway. Let me just try my hand in it. And I actually won.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, I won. So there was, it was pretty much to me, it was God sent for me to be here.
I know that's right.
Because any of the times that these things have come up, I've like shied away from it or didn't have the time. And then this one was like, you have to be here. You won, you got to be here. So here I am.
For people who do events, what problem does your business solve?
I would say everything. For me, I think the wedding part of our business is definitely a sacred place to be in. I believe that a lot of brides are stressed out because they're trying to do it by themselves and they don't have that additional help to come in, or your family's telling you what they want instead of it just solely being focused on you. So at Avenue A, we're both type A personalities. We're Capricorns. We like to get it done. If there's a problem, we always have a solution. We like to tell our guests or our brides or any person that we are servicing as our clients that we're there to solve all of your solutions. You might have went down many avenues, but you never been down Avenue A.
Oh, I love it. Yes, that's amazing. What brought you to this event?
Well, I know Landra.
Okay.
And I know Landra is a good person.
Yes, she is.
And she does amazing work. And I'm a student of Landra's. I've taken one of her crash courses. And I admire her work. I admire her work ethic.
Yes.
And also, I know the owner of this facility. I know Jahira. Jahira's a really good friend of mine, and I admire Jahira. And I tell them that all the time. Like, what you're doing is amazing. Because in the work that we do, we make people happy.
Yeah.
And if you can do a job that puts a smile on someone's face, you're kind of like doing God's work.
Exactly. Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better. What's your take on collaborating?
Like I said earlier, just building those relationships and gaining opportunity and maximizing those resources, getting ideas from one another, understanding that we all have something to bring to the table. So that's pretty much what it is. And just learning from each other on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't have to be against each other if we do the same thing that you do.
Right.
I think that in this generation that we're in now, a lot of people like to be in competition or try to get ahead, but you have to start somewhere.
Right.
And understand that you have to learn. In order to learn, you got to grow. So if you're not learning, what are you doing? So it's all about a learning process with me and just building relationships. I'm very good on relationships.
So I just want to shout you out for that, because relationship building is so important in business and just in life in general. So shout out to you for that. What is one or two things that you're looking to accomplish in 2024?
So in 2024, I'm looking to actually break into like the full floral design. I went to floral school and I'm so nervous about it, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and jump out there and do it. Yep, I don't have a choice. So that's the first thing, kind of jumping into the whole floral design with installations, like large scale installations and things like that. And the second thing that I want to do, I actually want to start a nonprofit built around events and event planning and something to give back to the community, especially the kids, because they are the heartbeat of everything.
So what brings you to this event?
So I've actually started coming to Collaboration Over Competition like at its inception.
Okay.
So back when Landra had her very first event, and it was just a wall of balloons, and they were like pink and burgundy. We had like 4 different bar stools up there from J Glow.
Yeah, making it work.
I was there and I got an opportunity to see other people in the business, in the industry. And this was at the beginning of when I first started my business. And so I needed to network with other people. At that one, I was quiet. I was just a sponge. soaking up everything, recording. I probably still have the whole full recording. But I came to the event last year, and it was great for me to be able to see people that I see online, like right here in person.
Yeah.
And so I was connecting those businesses with faces, and I love that. From then to now, oh my gosh, I have like a slew of friends that I have met just from collaboration over competition. So anytime that I'm coming here, it's always like, let me meet, somebody new.
Yeah.
Let me, and it's not even really honestly about, of course, like promoting your business. It's just literally about making connections.
Yep.
And then seeing who you can collaborate with based off of how well you connect, with each other. Like, I want to work with you. What is it that you do? So
you really put that so beautifully.
Friends,
yes.
Friends.
The theme of the brunch is collaboration over competition. I feel I love it so much, and I feel it's so important for women and for this particular industry. So what is your take on collaborations?
So I just think because as an event planner, I have to collab with a lot of vendors to create the event that I want. So it's, you're having to reach out to photographers, you're having to reach the videographers, caterers, decorators, balloon artists. So you have to be able to collab, and you have to have some type of rapport that you build along the years.
Yes.
And so I think me and another colleague was just talking, it's so good to finally get faces with names, because we've been following them or just kind of been inspired by some of their work, and to actually have a face with the name is just kind of very good to see. And I think a lot of more industries should be able to do this, because there's so many of us trying to pin each other against each other when we can all do the same thing, because we're all not the same and we all can bring something different to the table.
Definitely. Everybody brings their own unique taste to everything. And Houston is so big, and the world itself is so huge.
Room for
it's room for everybody, for sure. For any young girl out there who wants to start a business, or she knows she just want to do something. She don't know what it is, but it's something in it. What is your advice?
My advice is to just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, do it scared, do it fearful, just do it. Because there are so many opportunities out there. I mean, and the opportunities are endless. Whatever it is that you want to do, there are resources out there for you. There are people that are willing to help put a hand down to help bring you up. So just do it. Research what you want to do. Make sure that you're knowledgeable about what you want to do. And sometimes you do just have to jump out there and do it, and then figure it out as you do it. But as much as you can, get connected with people who are doing what you want to do. And I say just do it. Don't be afraid. And there will be times that you may fail. Yeah. And that's okay. The thing is, you get back up, you figure out what you did wrong, because I tell you, even in this industry, if you ask anybody, everybody will tell you that they learn their greatest lessons from their biggest failures.
Yes.
You fail, you figure it out, and then you keep it moving.
I know that's right.
And that's what I would say. Just do it. You'll be scared. You'll be fearful. Look, lean on God, or whatever God you believe in. I believe in the God, but you know what I'm saying? Lean on him, and then you get it done. That's what I say.
So in your journey from when you were doing it just for friends and family to you starting your business, what are some challenges that you've had to overcome?
Pricing, or basically my main challenge has been saying, I do it for free.
Yeah.
I do it for free because I just want to do it.
Right.
But people tend to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So just free, and even with family, don't worry about that. I'll do it for you. You know. Yes, I have a heart to serve, but also I want to get something from it. Yes, I'm getting, the opportunity to serve.
Right.
But it's a lot of work.
It's definitely a lot of work.
A lot of people don't realize that. It is a lot of work. Breakdown, set up, then you have to be there, for your client, and then establishing those boundaries between you and your client.
The younger you, what would be your advice to her?
Ooh, the younger me, thank God. Because the younger me was something else, is don't allow your current circumstances to define you.
Amen.
You can be whatever it is you want to be.
Yep.
Your current situation isn't your final destination.
For sure,
That would definitely be my advice.
Well, I couldn't have said that any better. What is your take on collaborating?
I'm always been a behind the scenes type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with the people at the top are collaborating.
Yeah.
I need to get over myself so that I can do that. I literally will do everything,
by
myself. Yes, but I'm trying to get from behind it. So, yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Well, Landra actually did an event for us at our studio. But when I saw her post the collaboration over competition, I thought it was beautiful. I'm like, this is what we need as women. This is what we need as Black women. This is what we need in this event industry. We have to collaborate. So if you can just tell us, a little bit more about what your take is on collaborating.
Like she says always, competition is at the bottom. Collaboration
What is that?
where
What
it's
is
at.
competition?
Yeah, it's Houston is huge. Outside of Houston, the neighboring facilities, I learned so much more by working with people. I cannot do it on my own. I'm one person.
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to do it on my own.
For sure.
I need help. I'm not a one person army over here. I need people. The more I can get done, that we're all eating. I'm always learning. I'm always being taught something. I don't care how long you've been in business, how many followers you have. I can always learn from you. You can always be taught something. And then you can always be a teacher to somebody. So for me, collaboration means working, having camaraderie with people, building sisterhood.
Building community.
You know what I'm saying? Community.
For sure.
I value the friendships and the, that I've built, and I'm just looking forward to more. This today I was over there. We were supposed to be playing the bingo game, and I was over there with my thing. Like, wait a minute, I ain't doing nothing. I haven't circled anything. I'm supposed to be doing the game, and I'm just over here. Like, it was just natural for me to network.
Yeah.
Who am I talking to? What do you do?
Right.
And I'm just, you lose focus of, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing this because when you're really here for the right reasons.
Ooh, you talking.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is coming to me. I don't have to go searching and wishing. I'm here in this room. Yeah, I'm attracting this. I'm here in this room. Everything that I'm about, and she's bringing like-minded women together.
And that's the beautiful thing. So what are some challenges that you've had to overcome in this 5 years of business?
Separating friendship from business.
Baby, look.
A lot of the time is the struggle, doing way too much for not enough, and coming out of my own pocket. That was kind of the major struggle.
Yeah. But do you feel like some of those things kind of help lead you to where you are today?
Absolutely.
For sure.
So starting out, it was a friend that says, hey, I want to do this for my daughter's baby shower. Mm-hmm. But I don't understand why they're charging so much. I now understand why.
Now I understand.
And it was that led me to this. And it's been a really great experience so far.
So what's your take on collaboration?
I love it because it kind of helps us get out of our own way.
Yep.
Because a lot of times we get consumed in I can do it by myself, or one feeling like somebody is going to do more than the other. And it shouldn't even be like that in this industry. Right. It's something for everybody to do. And what's for you, God has designed for you. Ain't nobody going to take it away.
Amen.
So I just, I love Landra. When I saw that she was doing the event, I was like, oh, I'm not going this year without being involved. I called her up. I said, hey, whatever you need me, wherever you need me, I am there.
That's beautiful.
Because it speaks for the type of person that she is.
Yep, and that's what we talk about so much at CCN with the brands that we work with. We're like, you know what? You want to grow your business? All you got to do is be yourself.
Be yourself.
Show up as you and be authentic. We get your true message out to everyone on who you are.
Exactly.
And they're going to come.
Exactly.
Your target audience, like you say, what God has for you, the people that you're supposed to serve, they're going to show up as long as you're doing your part.
Exactly. And also, you should treat people how you want to be treated.
Now, talk about something now, Miss Shauna. Go on, talk now. So I believe collaborating is so important for women. It's important for this particular industry. It's just important for business, period. So what's your take on collaborating?
I think collaborating is wonderful. Because, for one, you get to meet new people. It's one, and that's important. Meet new people, and they can teach you some things.
Yes.
You can teach them some things. So we both learn from one another. That's how you elevate.
Yes.
And I tell, even as being an officer, how I talk now is how I talk all the time. Even as citizens, they teach me some things.
Yeah.
Even though I'm here to serve and protect you at the same time, but You teach me some I might didn't know nothing about.
Right.
And so that's what I feel like collaboration is really. You just learn from one another.
For sure.
Yes, and that's important.
What is your biggest takeaway from this event today?
I would say that my biggest takeaway will be like, again, it's building that community. You know, knowing that you're not alone. Like finding a way to like talk to other people.
Yes.
Because it can get very lonely and very discouraged. Like there's moments where you feel like you want to give up. We're human beings. We struggle with all that.
Right.
But we can't stay quiet, or we can't stay like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna sit here and not do anything about it. Like look for help. If you know that you can find someone that you can trust, like you have to.
Yeah.
You have to outsource sometimes. You have to look for that help, like, because it's very, very hard.
Yes.
And it's impossible. It's impossible to do it alone.
To do it by yourself, yeah.
So finding, you know, relationship connections with other people.
And
that's the best thing. You know, that I love this type of events.
For sure.
You know, and you can feel the energy when you walk into a room. You're like, oh, you know, this feels really good. They feel like they're genuine. They feel like, oh, you know, they actually care about. And it's not just like, oh, look at me, look at all that. No. We want to be able to connect with people.
For sure.
Emotionally, you know, it goes. It's important to connect emotionally and to find something to relate to with people. For sure.
What's one thing you really enjoyed about this event, or that you're taking away from this event?
Well, everything about it is this event was everything I imagined. Everything was just perfect.
Yes, a lot of information.
Yes, ma'am. From the decor and everything. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So, collaboration over competition. That's the theme of the event. What is your take on collaborating?
Well, it's good to collaborate and over competing.
Yeah.
And so there's like that could help a lot in your business also with collaboration.
For sure. Because you know you can only go so far along. So when you gather and work with people and partner with people, the sky's the limit. The theme of the event: collaboration over competition. What is your take on that?
I think it's so important. I am not a person that I'm my toughest critic and I'm my biggest competitor.
Okay.
So working with all of the ladies in the room, I don't look at them as competition.
Right.
I do look at them as people that I can collaborate with. We also talked about community, building those relationships with other vendors that you can always reach out to if you need something, or just to even ask a question like, hey, how do I handle this?
Yes.
So this event is very important for the event industry, for creatives.
Yes.
It's a big deal.
That's just why we reached out, because our network, Community Cultivation Network, we're all about growing a community. Like whatever we can do to help creators and small businesses, that's what we focus on. So when I saw the flyer, I was like, oh, and then Landra's just a beautiful person.
She is.
But once I saw the flyer, I wanted to be a part and do whatever we could to, you know, bring spotlight to the people that are working together, because you get further, the sky's the limit when you're collaborating. When you're going by yourself, it's only so far you can get.
That's true.
I'm really big on the youth and just inspiring the youth, and you know they're going to be our future leaders.
Yes.
So for any young girl that's at home and she knows she kind of wants to start a business, but maybe she's the first in her family or first in her generation, what is your advice to her?
Just do it. I think that as girls and women, we struggle with fear.
Yes.
We struggle with imposter syndrome.
Oh, girl, you talking.
And just to go for it and just do it. And one thing that's so beautiful about my daughter is like she is fearless.
Yep.
The things that she doesn't mind doing, I was scared to do at her age. She's 13. And so just to see her be so fearless and just go out there and give it her all, she's not afraid. I would wish that for all girls and all women.
Girl, you have done an amazing thing here. Okay? Because they have talked about you. About your spirit, everything. So, okay, we're going to get into it.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. And I am here with the one and the only. And I'm going to let her introduce herself and what she does and why you thought about starting this event.
I am Landra Williams, and I am the owner and creative director of Landra Riley's Events. And collaboration over competition came to me in a dream, in all honesty. I just was... I don't know. I don't want to say feeling disgruntled because I didn't have any like negative feelings at the time, but I just couldn't. It was confusion. I couldn't understand why the city was so big and we weren't working together to like attack it in that manner because we could cover so much together. And it was such like, I think at the time, like just trying to branch into the industry, there was such a competitive spirit. And I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I came in earlier while y'all were on the panel, and I heard you talk about, you know, just the whole collaboration. This is like who you really are, and that you being yourself. Sometimes it pisses people off, and I can really I can relate to that because I'm the same way. I'm all about community, hence community cultivation. You know, it's Absolutely. Like, it's all about growing together. And it's truly who I am in my heart. Like, whatever I could do to help a person, whatever I could do to help build them, whatever I can do, period. I always try to do that. And I was attracted to that with you. And this is our first time actually sitting down and really getting to talk. But just from your work, because I think I hired Shauna for our big event. You did. And she hired you. And just seeing everything that you were doing, I was just always inspired. So when I saw collaboration over competition, I said, I have to be here. I just have to be here because it's so important.
Glad. I'm so glad.
Yes, for sure. So everyone I've talked to has really enjoyed this event, and they just talk about who you are as a person. They just say you and your heart and your spirit is so beautiful. So can you just tell us a little bit just about you? Who is Landra?
Well, Landra is just a girl from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I've moved around, in my life. I moved to Las Vegas. I worked there for a while before I finally settled on Houston as being home. And I was unfulfilled at teaching. And I kept seeing these videos from Steve Harvey that said that the thing that you were meant to do is the thing that you would do for free.
Yep.
So I've always been decorating events and things like that, but I have a big heart. I've always been a giver. I'm not a taker.
Yeah.
So I've always been the person that if you need help, I'm going to show up.
For sure.
I'll help you break down. I'll help you set up. If I got it, you can get it. What time you need me to be there? Oh, right. You having an emergency? Okay. But just because breaking into the industry, I hit my head a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make somebody else's load easier. And that's really how this just came about. Like, I'm not a gatekeeper. There's so many people that you text.
They want to guard all the information.
And I don't even understand it. Because in a city of 4.5 million people, it's 100 of us that do that exact thing.
Same thing, probably the same way. For sure. So, how long you been in business, Landra?
7 years. I just made 7 years in November.
Congratulations on that. Because
Thank you.
every milestone, I tell people, every milestone in business should be celebrated. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever it takes, because sometimes it does get really difficult. So what are some of the challenges you've had to overcome in these 7 years of being in business?
Well, one of the things like I talked about today, just not knowing enough. In the beginning, I didn't know to pay myself. Just out here trying to make a name for myself. There were so many times that I would wind up doing things for free, or I would get home at the end of the day and I wouldn't feel good about necessarily everything that I'd done because I have a bitter feeling because I didn't get paid for it.
No compensation.
Then, during my struggle year, because I feel like everybody has a struggle year.
For sure.
I suffered a miscarriage. That was just a really bad year for me mentally, and I just had to fight to be where I am. So, and that was a real struggle, like a year of therapy, just trying to get my mind right to even stay in the business and hang on to it. In some ways, I think doing this saved me.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, for sure. So at CC Network, we're really big on community because that's what we're all about. So I heard y'all talk about community and the event. Do you mind telling me how important your community is to you and why you continue to pour into your community?
Community is so important because when you are down, if you don't surround yourself with the right members in the right community, they will watch you instead of help you. When you are with the right people and you have the right people around you, they're not going to see you sinking into a slump and not participate. My friend was talking today about how she's been having a hard time financially in the business, and she just hadn't been herself this week. But for me, it just was I just didn't want to let her stay in that moment.
Right.
Right. it was almost like she had forgotten the hustler in her.
Yeah,
you know. So I just wanted, and without community, I wouldn't have been able to like insist
show her
on
herself,
her.
like, girl, you got this.
You got this. You gotta do this. I'll help you. What you need? How can I help? Fight.
Right.
Let's research. Let's do whatever we can. You getting ready to have a whole venue full of event planners. You're going to be all right. You know what I mean? Okay. You're going to be okay. They've never seen it decorated like this. Don't worry. Somebody going to be like, I want that event right there. Yep. You're going to be booked out.
For sure. I was interviewing her just a second ago, and I told her the same thing. I'm like, girl, I was in tears this morning. Like, just business itself, sometimes it's hard. And then as women, they sometimes our family and stuff expect us to just always show up with everything together. And at the end of the day, sometimes you don't have it. You just do not have it. So I think having a community that can say, hey girl, push through, I got you, give me your hand, let's do this together, is really a beautiful thing. So collaboration over competition. Give me a little bit of detail about why collaborating is so important for you.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's important to me because that's how you get to the next level. I have said it all day today. The people at the top are collaborating.
Very much so.
The people at the bottom,
yeah, they're competing. Amen to that, Lord.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what's going on. And in my own experience in business, especially, I've made more money when I worked with other people
than trying to do it all by yourself.
Yes. It was such a bigger bag. So why not collaborate?
Exactly.
And then on top of that, like you said, we're always supposed to, as women, we're always supposed to have this S on our chest. Well, if I can't have your back and you can't have my back and we can't work together to lift this building, like,
what are we doing?
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm really, really big on the youth, and I'm really big into pouring into the youth and just being impactful because they're going to be the ones leading us one day. So to the little girl at home that wants to start an event business or wants to own their own studio or do hair, whatever the case may be, what would be your advice to her?
Confidence. Never let anybody shake your faith. Never let anybody tell you that you can't do it. You cannot listen to the naysayers. If something is in your heart, if God put something in your heart, it's for you.
Yes.
He meant that for you. It's going to come to fruition, period. He didn't say it would be easy. He didn't say it would be perfect. He just said, this is for you.
Yes.
So my thing is to have confidence. You really got to believe in yourself. And you got to be able to like tone out the outside negative energy and focus.
For sure. That's great advice right there. So what is the biggest takeaway for you? I mean, I know you're the person who basically curated the event, but what is the biggest takeaway for you?
The thing that I think I love the most is that this year in particular, so many people like signed up to participate, including you all. Mm-hmm. So I really like that this event is evolving into a for us, by us event.
Yes, for sure.
And I'm just looking forward to seeing where that is going to take us.
Yes. That's so beautiful. So before we close out this interview, I want to do something on behalf of all the women here today and just thank you, Landra, because I know what it takes to put on events. I know what it takes to organize things, and it's not an easy job, and you do this for a living, and then to do it for yourself to help other people, to create an atmosphere where people can learn. And all the people I've interviewed, I'm like, what's your biggest takeaway? Everybody just has so many great things to say. So on behalf of all of those women, I just want to thank you for doing what God has put in your heart and being consistent at that, because it really is being impactful on the community.
I really appreciate that. It means so much more than I can say. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem. So if somebody wants to work with you, because you're very great at what you do, how are they able to contact you?
They can call me on my business line, 903-600-5270. They can DM me on Instagram. I'm not one of those people who doesn't accept DMs. Or you can go to my website, landrarelease.com.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Landra, you the bomb, girl. I'm finna hug you.